Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. It has been a while since we have had one, so I'm very, very, very excited to do this today. I mentioned in the Discord, I'm going to show you guys kind of this bull market strategy that I've been using. I don't know if you guys have seen my PNL shots, but this strategy is absolutely printing. It's been pretty interesting, at least the way that I do it. I think that you can do it with a higher win rate than what I do. I go for a really, really high risk reward ratio on my trades. And that seemed to work out really well for me. So pretty funny. We're, of course, looking at my chart here, we're on the 1 minute chart. So I do want to start with this. And then afterwards, we'll do some analysis on BTC and sort of talk about where we can see the market going. Last week, we were heavily short. That played out really nicely. We hit take profits 1 and 2. And my stops are break even. I left some runners. We'll kind of take, I haven't even looked at BTC, so I don't even know where it's at, if it's pumping now or what it's doing. But based on what I'm seeing from AVAX, I assume that it's having some kind of a recovery. So this is the strategy that I want to talk to you guys about. It is so damn simple. You can basically turn off your brain and trade this. What you want to do is to find like the simplest way that I put this, and here's what I'll say too is that these are the moving averages that I use. These ones right here, so 21, 55, and 200 EMA, and then 200 SMA. I'll do a more maybe clean tutorial on this at some point, but for now, I think that this is just fine. And so you can see like this teal line here, that's our 21, this is our 55, this is our 200 EMA, then this is our 200 SMA. Sometimes I'll add the 89 EMA. I don't have it on right now. So basically what I do is I just look for, I search and search and search to identify trending markets. And literally at almost virtually at any point in time, you can like open up the chart and you can find sort of a setup on a trending market. And I'll kind of show you this. Like you can see every time it's bounced off of the 21 EMA, it's been a really nice move, right? And then you can ask yourself, all right, well, where do I put my stop loss? Do I look at doing something like this and, continue to target higher? Yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Now for me, I go down to even lower time frames. Thank you, Kurt. Yeah, man, it's been a really, I've had a pretty crazy last like 45 days. Now let's go from a 15 down to a 5 minute time frame. We can see that on the 5 minute time frame, we're holding. Okay. And so on a 5 minute time frame, we're holding, maybe we have a little bit of a deviation and we start to kind of look for like areas of crossover like this. And basically from here, you can tighten, right? You can start to get like, you see that we have a crossover here. So you go ahead and you tighten and you can see now like you have pretty much a 6 risk reward ratio just to get to this high here, right? And so like oftentimes what happens is someone will like see this pump and be like, oh man, I missed my opportunity. There's no way that I could get into a trade here anymore. I missed the move up. Like I wouldn't even know where to jump in. Well, watch this. I literally woke up this morning. I actually did this like 20 minutes ago. And I looked at AVAX and here's what I saw. Okay. I looked at AVAX and I want to just show you where I was. And I went down to even like a 1 minute chart. All right. And I was sitting right, I actually did it right here. So yeah, but just about 20-30 minutes ago. And so here's what I saw, and you're going to see this set up like often on assets. Like when you have a trending asset, you basically look for like any bullish setup or like any setup that you could take where bulls do not get punished, they're rewarded, and bears basically get wrecked. Okay, so what do we have here? We have a triangle formation, right? We have 1, 2, 3 taps on this trend line. Typically we have a break on the 4th, and we can see that the 1 minute moving average is holding. Okay, the 1 minute moving average is holding here, and we can see that price is slowly moving its way up closer and closer, and we can see that the rejection from here is getting weaker and weaker, right? So to me, when I see this, I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, we're going to have a breakout. Price is going to break out to the upside. We're going to take out this high, and we're going to have continuation to the upside. So I literally did this, and I didn't just target here. As a matter of fact, I even think I had it tighter than that. I didn't just target here. I think I was targeting, I think I have my take profit at 58.90. And so this is almost this is a 9 RR, okay? So 9 risk to reward ratio. And if we go ahead and hit play, so like my idea is that here's my thought process. Bulls are going to be rewarded. They're not going to be punished. So this low is not going to get taken out. Possibly this low is not going to get taken out. I'm willing to take the risk and put my SL below here so I have a better risk reward ratio. And if that stopped out, I'll do another long here. So this is like where my win ratio comes into play, where I'm willing to like take this risk right here, even though it might get stopped out because it gives me such a high risk reward ratio. If I get stopped out on that, I don't care because I'm going to long it again right here. I will do literally the exact same setup right here, assuming that bulls will not be punished. They're going to be rewarded. We are not going to have these lows taken out. And in fact, we are going to break out to the upside and take out these highs. So we'll go ahead and hit play. I was not stopped out. Boom. I caught the move. We had a back test here and we got the breakout, right? So this is by and large like what I've been doing and how I've been making so much money is that like I'm not taking really high time frame setups. I'm literally going down to a 1, 3, 5, 15 minute time frame and here's the key. Here is the key on this, guys. And I swear to God, if you try this strategy in a ranging market, you're going to get cooked. You are going to get cooked. Absolutely cooked. And here's what I mean. I'm going to show you. All right. So like, great. This is a trending market. We can see price wants to go higher. Bulls are being rewarded. Look at this. Look at this. Lows not taken out, lows not taken out, lows not taken out. Bulls are not being punished. They're being rewarded for continuing to long. And that's the kind of movement that you want to see. Here, hang on a second. I got to look at this. Are we gonna hit? I'm trying to decide if I wanna just close my scalp at this point. Actually, I'm just gonna move my stop loss. Okay, so here's what I just did. I want to, there's a particular reason that I want to get up to this level. I want to hit a certain take profit point. So what I did is I actually just moved my stop loss below here, because guess what? If this is a trending market, if we do get a pullback, it's not going to take out this low, right? It's literally that simple. I'm making the assumption that we're going to have continuation. And if we have continuation, this low should be safe. Bulls are going to be rewarded. They're not going to be punished for continuing to long. And so, you know, that's a safe move. Now, we were talking about doing this strategy in a ranging market, and I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is when price took off. So here, price is kind of like in a range. And yeah, you do get some moves up, but like you can see that if you're trying to like continue to like you long here, okay, you get your move to the upside, and you long here and you're assuming it's going to go up, and then we have this kind of a move here where it comes down and then hits you, and then it comes lower and then it goes down again, etc., etc. Like the strategy is not going to work in here, because you're going to continue to long these lows assuming that it's going to go higher and that bulls are going to continue to be rewarded when they get punished here. You know, you try to look for getting rewarded and then you get punished here, right? So in a ranging market, you're going to get really chopped up and you're going to lose a lot, and this has happened to me before. So the best thing that you can do is learn to identify a good trending market. And the best thing that you can do for that is you're going to look for an increase in volume. And a really, you know, great move to the upside where you see change in market structure on higher time frames, like somewhat higher time frames. In this case, like for me, a 15-minute. So like in this case, you know, we're taking out highs here and we haven't hit like a main area of resistance, in my opinion, yet. Once we get to this zone up here, I may like chill out for a minute on longs, unless of course we break back inside the this channel here, right? And that's sort of like my mid time frame analysis that I can kind of keep an eye on in this case here. Man, am I about to hit that take profit right now? Yo, hit that. Hit my take profit. Fucking do it. Oh, it's just pennies away, bro. Pennies. Pennies away. Do it. Just needs one good push. Nice. All right, cool. So this trade's closed out. I'm done with that. So that was great. And this happened in what? This started at 8:48 for me, 8:49. So this played out in 30 minutes. Awesome trade. 10 RR, perfect trade. Probably going to keep going. So yeah, I think that like that's plenty to kind of talk about that. And you can use like higher time frame stuff too. I basically just like, oh, let's talk about Doge because that's really like where I absolutely printed in the last over the weekend here. Oh Jesus Christ, what happened here now? Holy shit. Okay, so anyway, let me get rid of all this stuff on here and we're going to take a look at Doge and I'll show you guys again the strategy that I was using. And this all started in here. All right, so let's go ahead and I don't need an alert. We're going to hit replay. We're going to go to, I started doing this. It was a Friday night or Saturday morning. I think it was like Friday. And I didn't even have to draw these. And I just like went down on a lower time frame. Right? And I just continued to long here. Now we'll go ahead and hit play so you guys can see. Dip down, deviate, reclaim, long. Right, so at this point, longed here, move up. All right, cool. Definitely closing at these, by the way. Definitely taking profit. See, now this one got a little bit lower, but I want to show you. If you move to deviate the 5 minute, and I'm hopping around each of these to kind of get an idea. And you can look, like if you go down, and this is, I'm going to sound insane for doing stuff like this. But what I'll do is I'll go down to a lower time frame and I'll even start looking for things like a 1 minute deviation, reclaim of the 21, crossover, long, right? Take it up and then continue to start moving your stop loss higher and higher and higher. And so on Doge, I basically did this all Saturday. And did I trade Doge on Sunday? I did yesterday. Yeah. So I traded Doge on Saturday and Sunday, and this is literally all I did. I just kept like longing, moving my stop loss up, taking profit on these massive moves to the upside. And here's the thing, I didn't assume, and this is like a really, really important thing to kind of like get yourself in the mindset of. I didn't assume that I'm going to have some like massive breakout to 20 cents. Like I very specifically, you basically traded this range thinking to myself, like these are the extremes. I'm going to be taking profit at these points and closing out my trade. I'm not going to like try to hold and swing this to like kingdom come or something like that, right? So this is a really nice one too. This move down here, if we go to a 15-minute time frame, was it 15 or 5? Or was it 30? No, it didn't quite make it there. So I'll keep switching back and forth to look for like reclaim on the 30. I'll like watch these candles to be sure, okay, we got like a move down. Does it reclaim kind of a thing? Did not cross over, right? Reclaim. On here, on like this zone like this is where you would want to go down to a lower time frame and look for an entry and assume that you're going to have continuation, right? Because it didn't cross over on a 15-minute time frame and it reclaimed in a short period. So this is a sign of strength. Again, you're going to go down to a lower time frame and you're going to look at these crossovers and you're going to start longing these, assuming that bulls are going to be rewarded and bears aren't. Right? So this is it. This is all I've been doing. And there's a lot of like nuances to this. I mean, I will literally stare at these charts for like hours on like a 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, 15-minute time frame, up to an hour, let's say. And I'll use, you know, like higher time frame stuff to inform like my direction to know if price is going to keep trending and like where it's trending towards. But by and large, this is like all I've been doing. And it works really, really well. And there's a lot of nuances to it, like I said, that I'm probably not like explaining or getting to right now. I just wanted to share this with you guys. Like, I'm not saying that I'll do at some point like a better like maybe an actual tutorial on this, but I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's a really, really great strategy. And the only unfortunate aspect of this strategy is that it doesn't do well with sharing because it's like I can't like share a setup and be like, oh yeah, I'm longing here like I usually would doing this because it's so in the moment, it's in a flow, it's active trading. It's actively trading. It's not like I wait for a setup, I take the trade and then I sit and wait. I don't do that. I actively trade it. I'll be sitting here at my desk and I'll take this position and I'll sit here and I'll have targets for it and I'm market opening and market closing trades nonstop all day long. And so I'll try to get a little bit better with that. At the very least, I'll like alert you guys and be like, hey, I'm trend trading Doge or I'm trend trading this, et cetera, to kind of give you guys a heads up. But by and large, that's the strategy that's been working for me really, 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 really well. Remarkably well. So yeah, thanks, Henry, man. Yeah, that was man, that it would have been better to have long Doge, but AVAX hit too. It's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. All right, so let's take a look at BTC. Like I said, I haven't even which BTC chart are we looking at? I have not even oh yeah, so we're back to pumping, which is tight. All right, so never got that. Actually, I don't even think I need this anymore. This is not going to be the previous week high anymore. This all looks good. All right, let's do some updating on our levels. Our monthlies haven't changed. Let's take a look. We'll set. Oh, we're above the previous week high right now. All right, so that's the bond. Shit, I don't need that. High, open, low. Oh. Previous week low, previous week high, weekly open. Oh boy, this looks to me like it's gonna fucking mega send. Which is great. Oh, that's not right. High, open. Yeah, okay. So this is a really good there actually may be a setup here even. All right, so here's my immediate thought process. Is that this is the previous week high. Okay. And price got a 30-minute. Did it get an H1? So we're going to look for an H1 close above this level. At the very least, a 30-minute closure. And we're going to assume that price wants continuation instead of a swing failure, right? Because we're in something of an uptrend. We've had this nice move to the downside. There's a lot of highs that can be taken out here to wreck bulls. We've had a nice bullish crossover on the EMAs on H1. So we can go to a 30-minute time frame. We want to assume that the previous week high is going to hold. So we can go down. Let's see where some of our moving averages are. Okay, so a lot of these have to do some catching up yet, which means that we could see some sideways price action right here. But ultimately, if we're going to want to see this level hold, we're going to maybe look for a lower time frame deviation or something like that, hit some of these moving averages, go a little bit sideways, and ultimately look to close H1 above the level. So whatever kind of a move down that we get, we want to assume that it's going to have some degree of continuation. And so this would be a really nice setup to go for a long, right? And this would be sort of your, let's go to a 15-minute. I would want to assume, like I'll do things like I'll make the assumption that we're not going to take out this low, although it's a wickless low, so I don't really like that. I don't really like that at all, actually. But let's just take a look at where that is on the lower time frames. And then we'll go down to a 1. So that's right there. That's fair. So if we're going to assume that we're going to hold the previous week high, you could do things like create a setup with a long here, assuming that that 15-minute isn't going to get taken out, and you can just simply target higher, right? And assume that price is going to continue to trend. I'm not really a big fan of this as an area for a stop loss, just because this 15-minute is wickless. I don't really like that, but you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. So like, I don't know, fuck it, I'll ball. Let's say 7. I don't even think it's gonna go that low. 700. And I'm gonna make books. All right, so I longed. And let's start to look for some targets. Seems like a fair target at the very least. So we can target this level here. It's a 4R. Yeah, I'd say that's a fair trade. So we want to see volume increase here and continue to pick up. You wouldn't want to see, like, you don't want to see that. And we're looking for H1 close, so this is not how I should be spending the live stream. I know it's fun to like do this, and we could do some like cool live trades and stuff like this. I've been doing this a lot in the forge, like in the mornings or in the afternoons. I'll hop in there and do live trading like this, and you guys are always welcome to watch and copy those trades or whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna close all this out and continue to do some of our higher time frame analysis, and we can just keep in mind that this is happening. Just like a very local, small, you know, long setup, just very basic take profit point, 4.5 RR, you know, whatever, not like, yeah. So again, all right, cool. So that's happening. We'll call this live. All right, so anyway, back to our higher time frame analysis. Oh, you know what? I want to take a look at this because I want to share this with you guys. So if y'all remember this chart that I made quite some time ago, and I drew this out, I just shared this and said this is kind of what I'm expecting. I'm expecting us to sort of range in this area, and you can like see how well that's playing out, right? Really, really, really well. I'm full on not expecting price to get a move up and just like continue from here, right? I'm not expecting that, like just some mega super candle. I'm actually looking at something like this to happen, right? basically continuing to range in the zone similar to what we're seeing here. So if we keep that in mind, this is actually a decent time for alts to have a little bit of a rally. In addition, it can save us from having unrealistic targets with BTC and thinking that it's just going to like have some massive, insane pump to the upside and something crazy is going to happen. I don't think that that's the case. I think we should stay grounded here for a period of time. I don't see any reason why price can't just sort of chill out for several weeks and, eventually later on get a move towards the upside. So, okay, that said, we can go back to our mid time frame analysis. So we just did our weeklies. All right. I don't think we need our previous week low. I think our weekly open. This is not the weekly open is right there. Let's lock these up. We're going to be waiting for Monday range to form, and so far it looks like it'll be a very nice range. Do we have a weekly level? We don't, but we have a potential one. Daily. We have this one. These are uninteresting, so this would technically be our target, in my opinion. Locally, I think the case can be made very easily that price. Let's just take a look at these here. Okay. I think the case can very well be made. Do I really not have that channel drawn out? I think the case can be made that we are very much in a range. Can see that the midline, the bottom, and the top are very well respected. So, with that said, I'm basically, at this point, we just target range highs, right? And we can look for maybe a deviation play that's in line with our higher time frame analysis that we talked about moments ago. And in terms of, like long setups and stuff, I would just simply look to, continue to trade trends and look for those stronger coins in order to catch those trending moves towards the upside with that bull market trend trading strategy that I was just talking about. By and large, with where we are right now, like I said, definitely going to be looking for price to hold previous week high and have some degree of continuation. Price could very well just like range here for a period of time and then have continuation, but that is what I would want to be looking for here. I wouldn't want to, unless this ends up being a deviation play or something like that, where it actually does get a move back down, then I would be looking at the weekly open as support. But altogether, when you get kind of a move like this, let's take a look at volume too. Yeah, when you get a move like this, you get 3, big body candles in a row with increasing buying pressure like this, increasing volume. This is you do not want to fade this move. This is not a move that you want to fade. So basically, longing that trend like I had shown you guys, or at the very least, if there is some kind of like a 618 back test, go ahead and longing that, or even at the weekly open, longing these moves or back tests or setups, or especially like this lower time frame one. Yeah, see, it's holding the level and it's going sideways. Yeah, look at this. Nice flag. Nice bull flag. Nice bull flag. And we're holding the level. We're also holding moving average on lower time frame. And it looks like, we're waiting for some of these ones to catch up. And I assume that they will. We'll probably continue to do something until some of these ones catch up as well. And then again, you know, what are we going to look for to happen is for, you know, these highs here to get taken out. So yeah, maybe we continue to go sideways. Maybe we come down to here, or, you know, whatever might happen. But ultimately, looking for this level to hold and then have continuation to the upside. I doubt this is a deviation, but it's possible. And I would say that at the very least, we're going to be targeting this daily level up here, as well as the weekly naked point of control, which again, if we go ahead and take a look at the chart, is what we would consider range highs. Consider range highs on the chart here. And then if we go ahead and zoom out and we take a look back at we go ahead and zoom out and take a look back at our higher time frame analysis, you know, we can see that we're generally looking for some kind of a move to the upside like that. Now, depending on how big it's going to get, do we just get a sweep to like that 74, 75 zone? Do we go all the way up to about 77? You know, that is to be seen. But we do have this really nice upwards channel that has been really well respected so far. So I think that will be about it for us on our analysis for the day. I want to see Monday's range form, and after Monday's range is formed, I will look to share some trade setups with you guys. I'm just gonna get out of I'm done with my shorts, both on just on everything. I'm out of them. I haven't even looked at Sol. I don't know if I've been stopped out at break even or what, but I hit take profits on both. They both look really good. Let's see if I have that. Yeah. So So I've already been stopped out on break even. Is that where I took it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, and we hit take profits 1 and 2, stopped at break even, whatever. So that played out really nicely. We'll close out of that. I'm sure I did with Sol too. I honest to God, haven't even looked. They're both great shorts, though. I mean, shorting in a bull market is just redacted, and I mean, if you can hit one, you're a fucking beast. Yeah, yeah. So we caught a really nice. I don't know. Let's see how many we caught. A 6 RR move down, stops at break even, which obviously are now closed out. So it was a great trade. Happy we took that. We did not, however. So this was kind of my plan. We did not get as low as I expected to. Solana held really nicely actually, and then broke out of this downward trend line. Yeah, that's another thing too, is if you look for these downward trend lines and just assume that we're in a bull market, you kind of look for stuff to sort of get taken out in that sense. As a matter of fact, I could start to see a harmonic potentially forming here as well. Didn't I have that drawn out? What is this going to be? Ooh, 6. Yeah, it's not that great of a harmonic. So I think that we'll go ahead and call it there. Yeah, new type. I'll have to look into some of the decentralized exchanges and all of that. I really haven't done a lot of trading in that sense. I really stick to Solana, Doge, AVAX, BTC, ETH. I don't know what it is about ETH, but man, the ETH chart just like, I don't like it at all. So I haven't really been trading a lot of ETH. There's something about it I can't explain. I just can't get like a good read on it. So I don't trade it, at least for now. I've been trading, like I said, a lot of Sol, AVAX, Doge, and BTC have just been great assets to trade. So we'll go ahead and call it there. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the Discord if I didn't get to them today. I hope you found this useful. I can't emphasize enough, like, I'm not going to say this to stress you out or make you feel like FOMO, but we are in a bull market. Prices are trending upwards fast. This is, I would say, we're going to have these conditions for maybe another year. It is important to learn to trade them and SEAL Team 6 extract as much money out of the market as you can in that period of time using these strategies, because guys, I can't emphasize enough like how I cannot emphasize enough like how easy was this setup right here, right? Where did I long? Right here. Is that right? Yep. And I went up to 890. And I didn't even capture the full move. I ran short of it. Like, how easy is that? Right? For a 10 to 15 risk reward ratio trade. That's massive. I mean, if you risk $250 on that, you're gonna make 2,500. It's crazy numbers, and it's not hard. It's not a hard thing to do, and like again, you just go ahead and you keep doing it. Like even right here, boom, you potentially find a long position here, and then you target your higher level here. And what do you look for? You want to see a reclaim of this level here, reclaim this. Avoid a crossover, look for continuation to the upside. Assume that bulls are going to be rewarded and bears are going to be punished, right? And we had this breakout to the upside, so you could assume that maybe we get a back test at this level. And if you're going to assume that, then you go down to lower time frames and you look for some confluence. So now that I see this confluence here, I think it would be more likely that we probably get a move down like this, right? So you look for this move down to back test this level, also hit the 5-minute moving average. And then after that, you want to see price start to reclaim some of these levels if this does indeed hold, right? So 5-minute, look to tap this level, consider a long, look for continuation. My whole point is that like, it's not hard. It's not a hard strategy. You have to get the nuances with it. You have to kind of understand like what to look for. You have to understand market structure really well. And you have to be willing to take risks and just assume. You have to just really convince yourself that like price is just going to continue to trend, and you have to learn to acknowledge when it's not, right? You have to learn to acknowledge when it's not trending anymore. So we hit that area of interest, and now we want to see that it holds that level. And of course, if it continues to break down, then this trade setup is invalid. But we'll go ahead and cut it off there. I don't want the stream to drag on too long. This is stuff that we can talk about other times. Adding lower time frame bullish divergences to the strategy is really big. Well, anyway, so as always, guys, thank you for joining me. Again, I hope that you found this useful. I have absolutely been making a lot of money with this strategy, and I hope that you do too. It's just it takes some practice. Start, on a demo account, trade with paper money, and get a feel for it, because there are so many opportunities in the market. You do not have to feel stressed out. These opportunities are there every single day. Do not try to knife catch. Look for setups. You can see that the price spends a lot of time at these lows. It's not like they just, go off and get some big move. There are so many opportunities, guys. So take advantage of them while we have them. Like I said, we should have at least another year of fun before, price goes the opposite direction. So again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the group. Otherwise, thanks again, and we'll see you in the Discord.